How's it going, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing something a little different. Today, we're doing a tier list on the operator icons in Rainbow Six Siege. So we got the tier list here set up. We got tells me everything about the operator, tells me almost everything about the operator, gives a slight hint of what the operator does, shows the gadget, but how am I supposed to know what it does? Describes their outfit, tells me almost nothing about the operator or the gadget, and then at the bottom we've got biggest pile of dog water I've ever seen. So let's get right into it. First one, Ace. This one is going into here. It tells me almost nothing about the operator. The only thing it tells me is that his name is Ace, and even that requires some level of IQ to deduce. I gotta look at these and be like, okay, so something to do with the card Ace. The cards have nothing to do with his ability though, so I don't really understand that. They could have done so much better. They could have put his Selma. There's so much they could have done with that. Next, Alibi. Dog water. Absolute dog water. What does a squid have anything to do with an operator in Rainbow Six Siege? Or an octopus, or a kraken, whatever the heck you want to call this thing. Terrible. They could have done Alibi clones. They could have done like the little ping thing. So much better they could have done there. Dog water. Next, Amaru. This one is going to go into the slight hint, right? It shows some kind of claw moving through the air, so I can assume like it's some kind of grappling op or something like that, but it doesn't really give me too much info other than that. Next is Aruni. Dog water. I'm sorry, but what does a flower have to do with a chick who puts laser gates and punches holes in walls with a robot fist? Like, again, so many better things they could have done. They could have just put the Aruni gate lines. They could have put a Thanos fist on the picture instead, but they chose a flower. Terrible. Next, Ash. Okay, this one is going up top for me, right? Tells me everything about it. She has some kind of explosive device that hits the top right of the greens, blows it up. She runs in, dies right away. Amazing. And actually, if you read right here at the bottom, it says, players who have 0 IQ use this character. Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Well done from Ubi there. Next is Azami. This one, I'm going to say slight hint. Again, this one is just honestly so confusing. I don't even know what's going on in this picture. What kind of animal is this? Like, what is this thing right here that's going on? But what it does have is kind of, she throws out some Kibas, they kind of explode and do stuff, and it kind of like gets wide. So, okay, this one's fine. This gives me a slight hint. Honestly, it's fine for now. I might have to move that down. Bandit? This one, I would say, gives me a slight hint. He has something to do with electricity. Do I know what he does with the electricity? Not really. But yeah, at least it tells me that he does do some kind of electrification. Next, Blackbeard, the Giga Chad himself. This one doesn't really show me the gadget. This honestly doesn't tell me very much about Blackbeard. Like, it's a skull with a barrel in it, which, this could be taken in two ways. This could be taken as, this is what you should do if you play this character, or yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really tell me anything about him. It's honestly, I might put this in dog water. Like, dude, again, they could have done like his head shield and put the skull behind it or something. But like, I guess it tells you that there's something on his head and he like shoots from behind it. But I'm gonna put it here. It's pretty bad. Blitz, okay, Blitz is good. It's a shield, and the shield makes flashbangs. Good, tells me everything about the operator. Very simple, very well done, Ubi. Brava. This one tells me almost nothing. From the shape of it, I could tell it's some kind of drone op or something, maybe. But other than that, I have no idea what she does. They could have done like some kind of hacking thing or just made it better. Pretty bad. Buck, I will say, tells me everything about the operator, but one thing that I really don't like about this is why is this pistol bullets, bro? All they had to do is make this shotgun shells, and this would be like 10 out of 10. Amazing, right? I don't know why they went with the 9mm bullets, the Mario bullets, but fine. I'm good with that. Capitao shows the gadget. I have no idea what it does. This man has a crossbow. Cool. What does it do? Like, put some flames on the end of it. Maybe put some smokage. Do something better with that. Castle, good. Tells me almost everything, right? It tells me that he puts down some kind of barricade of some sort on a wall or something, but it doesn't tell me everything. Caveira, terrible. Actually, no, not terrible. I'm gonna put Caveira in slight hint. She has a knife in this picture, and it's like silent, and I mean that gives me a little bit to know about her, right? Like she knifes people and she's quiet, so I'll say slight hint. Doesn't actually, you know what? Let's move this up right here. It tells me almost everything, to be fair, honestly. She's silent, she moves around, and then she knifes people. Pretty decent. Clash. This tells me almost nothing about the operator. I'm pretty sure this sign is like some kind of stop sign in the UK. So that's why it's in here, because like at minimum I find out that she slows people down, which is fair. But again, maybe put some electric things on here, or maybe put her actual shield with electricity on it, and then we would be able to tell a lot more. Not everybody lives in Britain, Ubi. Next is Doc. Doc, beautiful. Tells me everything about the operator. He's a healer, like pretty simple, right? Like if I just saw this icon and I've never played Siege before, I'd be like, okay, this is the healing guy. Good. Dokubi. Dog water. Honestly, like what the heck does this have to do with Dokubi? I understand this is the annoying thing that pops up when she calls you, but like, brother. Oh, and she wears glasses. Cool. Very nice. But again, could have done like her tablet and then put this icon in it. Would have made it so much better. Put the tablet, put the Dokubi dog or whatever animal that is. Would have been much better. Echo. Yeah, we're moving Echo to the top. Beautiful. Shows me his gadget. And on top of that, tells me that his gadget shoots some kind of field of some kind of thing. Very good. That's going up top. Ella. I'm putting Ella in. Tells me almost everything. Yeah, she has some kind of thing and it like shoots out of the wall and it explodes. It's pretty good for me. Fenrir, also putting him in, tells me almost everything. The wolf is, you know, reminiscent of his name, Fenrir, so that's cool, whatever, but, you know, he has smoke coming out of his mouth, and that's how his ability works, right? So it tells me that this operator does some kind of smokage in the purple variety, so pretty good. Finka, Finka, I'm gonna have to say, doesn't tell me. It shows the gadget. It shows the gadget, but it doesn't really tell me what the gadget does, right? Because she like puts her fist up when she uses her pulse ability or whatever, but it doesn't tell me that, right? Like maybe putting a doctor sign or something on here, or even like a heartbeat thing right here would have been so much better. All I'm looking at right now is a fist. This honestly is a better picture for a Rooney than it is for Finka. So yeah, that's why it's gonna go there. Flores, bruh. I mean, it's just a lock. With some kind of whatever. I honestly, tells me nothing about him. Biggest pile of dog water. This literally tells me nothing. He has nothing to do with locks, right? If there were like doors and this guy's like unlocking doors or something, then that would make sense. But I mean, I guess that does kind of help me put, okay, fine. It tells me almost nothing. It tells me that he unlocks some kind of doors, or he like opens stuff, which I guess he does, right? If they have something reinforced or they have an electrified wall, he might be able to get that wall open, I guess, so he unlocks it, but pretty bad, honestly. Frost, beautiful. Frost tells me everything about her. She puts some kind of trap down and it closes and it shafts you and you lose the round. Amazing. Fuse, Big Fures. Yeah, I mean, again, tells me everything about the operator. Fures is gonna shoot some balls into your sight and destroy you. Pause. Yeah, pretty good design there. Glass tells me almost everything about him. I wouldn't say it tells me everything because, I mean, this is just some kind of scope, right? If there was some kind of smoke or whatever, then that would help me understand how his ability works. But just looking at this, I know he has some kind of marksman rifle, some kind of sniper. So it tells me almost everything. Goyo, I will say, also tells me almost everything. He has something to do with fire. There's a volcano. His abilities are called the Vulcan, so reasonable. Looks like the ability kind of explodes or something, and there's like some kind of fire, so tells me almost everything. But would have been better to just put like a fuel tank or like, you know, something reminiscent of his ability. That would have probably been better. Gridlock, I'm sorry, but a piston? Brother, this is a car part. This has nothing to do with Gridlock. I get it, maybe she's a mechanic or something, but there could have been like 10 better things you could have done here. You could have done her little spike thing, like it could have been like this Jaeger, but with spikes on it. You could have just put like literal thickums. It could have just said thickums, and that would be better than this piston. So, dog water in my opinion. Grim tells me almost everything. It tells me that Grim, in comparison to all these operators who have cool guns and stuff, this guy decided to harness the power of bees. Yep, that's what Grim did. But does it tell me what the bees do? No, not really. All I know is he has something to do with bees. Honestly, I'm moving him down here. It shows his gadget, but I have no idea what his bees do. They just bee around, I guess. Next is Hibana. Again, shows the gadget, but I have no idea what it's supposed to do. Like, dude, if I was new to this game, I'd be like, why does this character have a fidget spinner as her icon? Like, what is this? What is this fidget spinner, right? Could have done with some explosions, could have done something cool. Instead, I'm just looking at a fidget spinner. I'm like, is this some kind of like millennial TikToker who likes fidget spinners and, you know, watches TikTok all day? Like, come on, Ubi. Iana. Dude, honestly, it describes her outfit. That's it. That's all this does. All I know is Iana is a chick with white hair. I mean, and there's like a little shadow back there, but that would, never in a million years would I guess that she shoots out some kind of clones or does anything of that nature. This is very bad. IQ is pretty good. IQ tells me pretty much everything, right? She has some kind of glasses or some kind of looking device, and then she could see the electricity, right? So this makes me guess that like she could see gadgets, or at minimum can like see electric items of some sort. So pretty good, tells me almost everything, but doesn't tell me everything, right? It would have been cooler if this right here was like on a tablet screen, right? Then I would say that tells me everything about her, right? Because it doesn't tell me that she uses the tablet. Next, Jackal. I'm gonna say this gives me a slight hint, right? It's some sort of, I guess they went for like a compass, right? It's like pointing in a direction, and then this is like his eyes or whatever, and I guess, is this like some kind of bird in total? I don't know. This would have been so good if they just got rid of this part right here and turned it into like a footstep. That would be sick. Then it'd be like a footstep and it's like pointing. Then that would be beautiful, right? That would tell me everything about Jackal. Next, Jägermeister. It shows the gadget, I guess, but I'd say it's slight hint, right? It tells me he has some kind of like field that like slows things down or grabs things or something like that, but doesn't really go any further than that. It would have been better if they just put some kind of trophy system, or, you know, even like a spotlight. If they did like a spotlight that had like a few rays of light coming out from it, that would have been honestly super sick, right? Because that's how his ability works. It's just sitting on the ground and then boom, it shoots things. It shoots like beams, right? So yeah, could have been better. Next is Cade. Dude, this might be the worst one. This might be on the tier of Alibi. What? I'm sorry, but what does a diamond with a sword have anything to do with Cade? This is so bad. Like, dude, make it the Electroclaw. Or make it the Electroclaw and then put the sword and the diamond behind it. Like, this right now tells me nothing. If I've never played this game, I think this guy just, like, uses a sword and likes diamonds, likes drip. Like, come on, bro. Callie, I'd say describes her outfit, probably. That's all I could say about this. Doesn't tell me that she's a sniper. I'm sorry, but this eyeball doesn't help me. Doesn't tell me that she's one of the most useless operators in Siege. And doesn't tell me that every single one of my ranked teammates like to use her because they think they're trying out for FaZe, even though that ended 6 years ago. Moving on. Capcan. Okay, Capcan is good. I'm gonna put Capcan and tells me everything about the operator. C4 with a little hook. People run into it, they blow up, they die. Very good, great job, Ubi. Lesion, I'd say shows the gadget. No, I'd say it gives me a slight hint. He throws some thorns and people run into it and they get shmirked. Gives me a slight hint, doesn't tell me everything. Doesn't tell me that it's in a canister form, whatever. So we'll put that there. Leon tells me almost everything, right? His name is Lion, and he shouts, and it scans. Actually, yeah, slight hint. It would have been better if they put some kind of like radar or something incorporated into this picture, because right now I just see a lion yelling, and that doesn't really tell me like that he's doing some kind of scan ability. I would think he's like trying to intimidate or do something like that. So I'd say this gives me a slight hint. Maestro describes his outfit, nothing else, right? All I know is this guy wears a helmet, and I guess I don't even get what the point of the smoke is, dude. Like, he smokes a cigar? Like, I don't, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't tell me anything about his ability, just tells me that he wears a helmet. Maverick, honestly, dog water, personally. Like, really bad. Like, they could have done the torch. They could have done his Mav torch. They could have done something better. I know I see these little flames right here, but nothing in the world would, from this icon, would make me guess that this guy Mav, like, flames open walls and stuff. So, personally, this is a pretty bad operator portrait, and I'm putting it in dog water. Malusi, also, brother, it's a tree with a moon behind it. This is, like, top tier terrible. This doesn't tell me anything about Malusi. This just tells me that she likes trees at night. Like, what am I looking at here? Use her ability, dude, or like put her like afro, right? She has like a little afro. Like, do something at least to describe what she looks like, bro. But this right here, terrible. Mira, good, tells me everything about it. She puts down some glass window thing. It pretty much just tells me that she's a glorified window creator, pretty much. All these other operators doing stuff, shooting guns, whatever. Mira's making windows, right? Good. She's installing windows. Very easy to tell. Good job, Ubi. Monty, I'd say this tells me almost everything about the operator, right? He's got some kind of shield with a slit in it. How does the shield work? I mean, honestly, Monty doesn't do much. You know what? Yeah, this tells me everything about Monty. He's a guy, he sits behind a shield, and he terrorizes you in every ranked game you play. Good. Mausbaus. Okay, Mausbaus honestly just describes his outfit. That's about it. This doesn't inform me in any way, shape, or form that this guy is a drone lover and enjoys drones. Like, again, they could have just put a little drone here at the bottom, and then at least that would tell me that he has something to do with drones. But currently, all I'm seeing is a motorbike helmet with an arrow. And to be honest, that doesn't tell me much other than the fact that he wears a motorbike helmet. Mute describes his outfit, doesn't tell me anything else. Again, I'm just looking at a guy who's wearing a gas mask. Like, this does not tell me anything about how his ability works, what he does, where he's from, why is he in my face. Doesn't tell me anything. Pretty bad. Knock, again, describes her outfit, I guess. She kind of looks like that. This doesn't tell me anything about what she does at all, right? Like, I guess Knock is a pretty difficult one to make an operator card of, but yeah, pretty much doesn't tell me anything, just tells me what she looks like in some way, shape, or form. Nomad, I like Nomad. I'd say Nomad tells me almost everything about her, right? She shoots out some stuff, and, you know, like, it's pointed in a certain area. I like the use of the compass and the little lines here to kind of show that they're shooting out. It's good. It doesn't tell me how it works or, like, how she uses it or incorporates it in any way, but that's fine. This will work. And I mean, in each little corner here, I guess these are like air jabs, right? Boom, boom, boom. So I like it. Oryx tells me almost nothing about the guy. Actually gives me a slight hint. He runs fast, I guess. Would it have been better if it was like a bull running through a wall, like a brick wall, and there's like part of it that's like broken out? Yeah, 100%. That would help me, you know, understand. Currently, I just see a bull running, so with his head down. So gives me a slight hint, but doesn't give me any more than that. Osa, dude, this is one of the most confusing pictures I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, No, this is dog water. This is honestly dog water. It doesn't show her gadget. Dude, what is that? Guys, what is that? Wally? Like, what is that thing? I don't understand. Yeah, this is terrible. I mean, it doesn't tell me that she uses shields. It doesn't tell me anything about how she looks. I don't know what this is. This is actually annoying me. Like, this is definitely the worst one. This is so bad. Like, why is Wally in R6? Get your stuff together, Ruby. Pulse. Pulse tells me everything. He's got some kind of way to track people, right? There's like a radar and it scans and it has something to do with his eyes. Very good, right? Like this would at least inform me if I've never played the game before that this guy like scans for people and marks them. So very good, very telling. Deimos, dude, honestly, describes his outfit, right? He wears some kind of mask. That's it. I mean, I have no idea that Deimos tracks people. I have no idea that he has a revolver. Like, again, pretty bad. They could have done with putting his little mini helicopter things, so at least we'd know he's some kind of RC enthusiast. But yeah, just tells me how he looks. Ram, this is very good. This goes up here. This tells me everything about Ram, right? She uses some kind of saw blade ability, some kind of, I mean, you can even tell it's kind of like a drone, and it breaks stuff, and now you're dead. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're skipping these recruits. To Rook. Rook, great, tells me everything. The guy puts armor down. That's it. I mean, this one is probably the easiest one to do because Rook does nothing. So, beautiful. Gives people armor. Good. Very good. Sends. Dog water. I mean, I don't even know what's going on in this picture. Again, like, they could have just done her little wheelie things rolling with a little light screen, and that would have been like 10 times better. This right here, I cannot tell. Oh, wait. Am I looking at this wrong? I mean, it is kind of like a little screen here. Right, you see that? Okay, fine. Shows the gadget somehow, but I still can't tell what it does. Yeah. Okay, slight hint what the gadget does. Like, I guess you could see it rolls out and it like obscures vision, but this is pretty bad. It would have been better if they just put the little wheel at least so we could tell that that's how the ability works, but fine. Sledge, beautiful. Sledge might have to go right here. Perfect. The guy hits walls with his sledgehammer and they break. Very good, very easy. Well done, Ubi. Big Schmirk. I mean, tells me everything about the operator. He throws smokes and he's wearing a gas mask so he doesn't get affected by it. That's pretty easy. That's pretty good. That's pretty cheeky. Solus. I'm gonna say Solus shows the gadget, but like I don't know what it does. It shows some kind of like eyeball scanning in some sort of way, but I could never guess that this is like having to do with getting rid of drones personally. So again, could have put a drone on this somewhere to, you know, inform people in a better way, but that's fine. To Chungus, honestly tells me everything about him. He's got a grenade launcher, he shoots them and they explode, and he's terrible, right? Pretty good. Tells me everything about the operator. This is the only time Chungus is ever going to be at the top of a tier list, so congrats, Chungus. Next, Thatcher. Gives me a slight hint. It's a power button grenade, right? So this tells me that he turns off the power, I guess. But actually, yeah, it tells me okay, tells you. All right, put him in A tier. It pretty much tells you everything. He's got a grenade, he throws it, turns off the power. I mean, that's actually a pretty good picture, not gonna lie. So, yep, put that up top. Therm, amazing, so good. What does Therm do best, boys? He makes holes. And this picture right here is perfect. It's literally a hole. That's it. Now I know if I was to never have played this game and I click on this character, I'm like, okay, this guy makes holes in some sort of way. Good. This right here, if they just put the Oryx Bull on top of this, that would make Oryx amazing, right? But right now, he's staying there. Thorn shows the gadget, but I don't know what it does, right? Like this to me, when I look at this, I think of like barbed wire rather than some kind of exploding projectile. So I would have preferred that they like put the actual thorn gadget into this picture somehow, because yeah, when I look at this, I'm literally thinking of like a thorn bush or like some kind of razor wire style of ability, not what her ability actually is. So we'll put that in there. Thunderbird, it shows her ability, but I have no idea what it does, right? This is her Kona, I mean, this is the Kona Station icon, so I don't even know if it honestly can go here, but it doesn't tell me anything about healing, right? They could have put like a little healing thing in here, and that would have been 10 times better. Right now, I'm just looking at the Kona Station, and yeah, pretty bad. Tubarão, like, again, this has to go in dog water. Literally, it's water. What does that have to do with him? He's an ice dude. Like, they should have done some kind of snow, some kind of wall that's frozen. Like, there are many better ways to do it. I don't care if Tubarão likes to surf. Like, we need to make these operator portraits clear and understandable. This is dog water. Twitch. Twitch is good. Twitch tells me everything about the operator. She drives a drone with her little controller, and the drones shoot things. Very good. Very nice. Well done, Ubi. Very easy to understand. Very good. Valkyrie describes her outfit, I guess. She wears a helmet of some sort and has eyeballs, right? So that's good. No cameras on this whatsoever, so it doesn't describe her ability in any way. Doesn't inform me on how the ability works, so it just tells me that she wears a helmet of some sort. And yeah, pretty bad, but decent enough to make it there. Vigil, I actually don't mind this one, right? Because it shows the gadget in some sort of way, and it tells me what it does. Honestly, Vigil, it just tells me everything about the operator. He's some kind of guy that hides, and he is hard to see, I guess. And this is pretty good, and it even has the frills of his ability that you would see on the drone when he's using his ability. So that's pretty good. Next is Wami. I love Wami, boys, but I'm gonna keep it buck with you guys. Dog water. Actually, not dog water. It tells me almost nothing. All I know is that this guy has some kind of like orb around him or something like that. And I guess because he's meditating, it like protects him. So I guess that slightly describes his ability, but I mean, I've never seen Wami meditate in game, and I've never seen this ring appear around him, so it tells me almost nothing. All I know is, again, he kind of like secures his perimeter, so it gives me the slightest inclination towards how his ability works. Warden, this is the easiest, describes their outfit. He wears a suit and tie, cool. Why are there no glasses on this icon? I don't know. Glasses would have been a lot better. You know, matter of fact, get rid of this whole suit and tie thing and just put glasses with the little hexagons on it. Boom. That would tell me everything about him and how his ability works. He has glasses, he activates them, he doesn't get flashbanged. Ying is pretty good. Ying is pretty good, right? She has some kind of ability where she throws it and it flashbangs, and they're circles. Very good. Nothing to have a quarrel about with that. Zero, this shows his ability, but again, I don't know what his ability does. I can't tell from this picture that it's some sort of camera. It doesn't tell me that the cameras also can shoot laser beams. This is pretty bad. It just shows that he has something to do with circular green dots, I guess, right? So this is I guess the barrels of the Argus launcher, maybe? So shows the ability in some sort of way, but doesn't honestly tell me very much, if anything. And finally, Zofia. Doesn't even describe the outfit. It's dog water. It's honestly dog water. What does Zofia have to do with the Phoenix? Now, I understand when Zofia first came out, she could self-res herself, right? So that would make sense, right? Because a Phoenix dies and then it like reses. But now that's gone. So honestly, this needs a rework more than anything. So I'll give you guys the benefit of the doubt, Upi. But yeah, this does need a rework because her ability doesn't even work like that anymore. It doesn't tell me anything about the fact that she shoots stun grenades and concussions, and you know, it doesn't even tell me she's like Russian or anything. So yeah, fix that, Ubi. Rework this one. And yeah, that's it, boys. That's the tier list. So we'll just scroll through it one more time. Again, This has nothing to do with how good they are or anything like that. It's just simply how much their player cards or their icons describe them as a character and their ability. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.